Hi, I'm Eric Enge, CEO of Stone Temple Consulting, and today I'm going to talk with Mark Traphagen about structured data and schema and how that should be a part of your website strategy. Come join me, Mark. Mark, you've changed.
Well, Eric, I'm not Mark. I'm Tolander. I am Director of Technical SEO here at Stone Temple Consulting.
Mats, what is structured data? How does it help me? And how do I add it to my website?
Structured data is a way to declare what the bits and pieces of content on your web page are about. Are you selling a product? Are you promoting a restaurant? Are you reviewing a book or a movie? Are you showing a video? There are structured data types for all these cases and many, many more. A search engine optimization benefit with structured data is that it can result in so-called rich snippets on a search engine page, results page. You are probably familiar with these rating stars, recipe times, and other rich snippets that Google sprinkles search engine result pages with. These snippets are typically based on structured data.
So, how do you structure the data on your website?
Let's start with a document that has no markup. It's a plain text document. Now let's add some HTML. By adding HTML, we give the document structure. We can distinguish headlines, paragraphs, lists, and other elements and enable a browser to display the document in a way that's richer. We can also add all sorts of styles to make the document a lot prettier and easier on the eye. But even after adding HTML and styles, we still aren't saying anything about what the content is or is about.
Can't a search engine analyze the document and make reasonably good assumptions about the content?
Yes, but we use structured data to expressly and precisely describe the content to make it easier for a search engine to understand what the content is and when it might be relevant to a searcher.
So how do I describe the content as structured data?
There are different ways. I will focus on microdata and JSONLD using the content types in schema.org. Microdata uses attributes added to the HTML to structure and describe data. If we add microdata to the web page we looked at earlier, it could be applied something like this. Here you can see how the address information has been turned into structured data. The microdata attributes that we have added to the HTML declares the type of data, postal address, as well as the different pieces of data that are part of the address. Now it becomes a lot easier for a search engine to know exactly what the location is for this particular location. Simplistically speaking, structured data consists of two building blocks, types and properties. For example, in schema.org, product is a type. Offers is a property of type product. The information contained in offer is handled through another type called offer. Let's take a look at this product and offer example, which uses microdata. In this example, we invoke the type product. We use property or item prop name to describe the name of the product. Below that is item prop offers. We declare an item scope and invoke type offer. As you can see, the price is nested inside the offer, which in turn is nested inside the product. We have structured our product and pricing data by using the schema.org product and offer types. The advantage of microdata is that you can apply it simply as attributes to HTML tags. The downside is that you're applying attributes to HTML tags, meaning you have to be careful not to mess up the HTML code, as well as making sure that you are properly nesting the structured data within the HTML code.
What about the other method, JSONLD?
JSONLD stands for JavaScript Object Notation for Linking Data. If you enjoy writing JavaScript, you are likely to prefer JSONLD over microdata. Instead of integrating the structured data with the HTML, you simply write a JavaScript that contains the structured data. See how pretty that looks? The disadvantage is that you need to put the content in two places, in the structured data JavaScript and in the HTML page content.
If I decide to add structured data to my website, what are some of the things I should think about?
After choosing which structured data vocabulary and markup language to use, there are some mistakes that are easy to make that you want to avoid when applying structured data to your site. Using the wrong property in a content type. For example, using price as property of product when it really belongs in offer. Failing to associate a property or an entire type with a property or type it is intended to describe. An example of this is adding a review that is not properly associated with the product it is reviewing. The result is that it becomes a review about nothing in the eyes of structured data. Putting information that isn't clearly viewable by the user in schema markup is a big no-no. There are exceptions to this rule, but your default question should always be, why am I not showing this to the user? If the honest answer involves any form of trickery, then you know better. Improper grouping of data, and this is something that easily happens on category pages. Do not group several entities, for example products, under one product declaration. Instead, declare product for each individual product on the page. Similarly, do not add up ratings for different products and mark it as an overall rating for the reviewed products. Fortunately, Google has an easy-to-use testing tool that allows you to check your schema markup before you put it on your website. You can learn more about schema on our blog at stonetemple.com.
Well, that's it for this episode of Hardcore Marketing. Thank you, Mats, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.